Terminated comedian Kathy Griffin as co-host of its annual New Year's Eve program following the emergence of a photo and video shoot deemed, quote, disgusting and offensive by a CNN spokesperson, in which Griffin is seen holding a facsimile of a bloody severed Donald Trump head. It first emerged yesterday and was roundly condemned, including on this show. CNN has decided to no longer show the gruesome images. Griffin initially defended the stunt in a since-deleted tweet, saying she was, quote, merely mocking the mocker-in-chief. She eventually backtracked and removed the image. It issued an apology video message last night. President Trump said the disturbing imagery was affecting his youngest son, tweeting earlier, quote, my children, especially my 11-year-old son, Barron, are having a hard time with this. Sick. That's a sentiment with which it is difficult to argue. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter at Jake Tapper, or tweet the show at The Lead CNN. That is it for The Lead today. I'm Jake Tapper. I now turn you over to Wolf Blitzer. He's right next door in the Situation Room. Thanks for watching.
You're welcome. Good for her.
Happening now, breaking news. Comey to testify. Fired FBI Director James Comey is ready to testify publicly to a Senate committee, and sources say that testimony could come next week. Will Comey confirm the reports that President Trump urged him to end his probe into Michael Flynn's Russia ties? Outside counsel, just a day after refusing to say if the president had been meeting with lawyers on the Russia investigation, the White House is now referring all questions about the probe to his lawyer. Climate change. His White House and cabinet are divided on the issue, but senior officials say President Trump is expected to withdraw from the nearly 200-nation Paris Climate Agreement. The president says he'll make a decision very soon. And all thumbs after trading private cell phone numbers with at least one foreign leader and worrying intelligence veterans in the process. President Trump sends out a garbled, incomprehensive midnight tweet and leaves it up all night. Is it time to turn in his phone? I'm Wolf Blitzer here in the Situation Room.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Breaking news, fired FBI Director James Comey plans to testify publicly as soon as next week. A source says Comey is prepared to go before a Senate committee to address the stunning accusations that President Trump urged him to end his investigation into Michael Flynn's ties to Russia. Comey is said to have already worked out the legal guidelines for his testimony with the new special counsel, Robert Mueller. Comey's testimony would almost certainly throw an already beleaguered White House into further turmoil. President Trump today once again called the investigation into Russia's election meddling and contacts with his associates a witch.
Good for her. Next time she will do that shit in her house. He is watching TV every day, and to see anything, they want to see it, believe it. The thing is, like, for real, some of them want to do the same thing they see on TV, because some kids curious and dumb and stupid, they want to try everything. So that's good for her. Grown ass lady don't know how to carry herself. It's her damn responsibility.
Carbon composite solar shields to within about 4 million miles of the surface of the sun. It will face heat about 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit, radiation that no spacecraft has been able to withstand before, and it will get 10 times closer to the sun than planet Mercury. In our pop culture lead now, CNN has terminated comedian Kathy Griffin as co-host of its annual New Year's Eve program following the emergence of a photo and video shoot deemed, quote, disgusting and offensive by a CNN spokesperson, in which Griffin is seen holding a facsimile of a bloody severed Donald Trump head. It first emerged yesterday and was roundly condemned, including on this show. CNN has decided to no longer show the gruesome images. Griffin initially defended the stunt in a since-deleted tweet, saying she was, quote, merely mocking the mocker-in-chief. She eventually backtracked and removed the image and issued an apology video message last night. President Trump said the disturbing imagery was affecting his youngest son, tweeting earlier, quote, my children, especially my 11-year-old son, Barron, are having a hard time with this. Sick. That's a sentiment with which it is difficult to argue. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter at Jake Tapper, or tweet the show at The Lead CNN. That is it for The Lead today. I'm Jake Tapper. I now turn you over to Wolf.
Was the Prime Minister's choice, breaking, as Candace said, his own guidelines that he put in place for himself and for his ministers. Do not sell access, do not sell the preferential treatment that would miff a lot of Canadians, because they don't have $1,500 to get 10 minutes on the arm of the Prime Minister and a selfie. So I looked at the bill. I thought they were lowballing expectations, Don. I really thought they'd come in and say, we're going to end the cash for access, because the appearance and the reality of influence buying by big donations to show up at an exclusive event is real, and it bothers Canadians. I heard the minister today in her scrum say, what happens at fundraisers never influences what happens at the cabinet table.
Well, she told me that too, yeah.
Really?
So
this is just because they're so enamored with the Trudeau cabinet and Mr. Trudeau himself that just the $1,500 to get in the door and just spend time in their glowing company is all that these folks are interested in.
I wasn't going to let Stephen have any say, but I'm going to,
He didn't
because...
answer the question either.
But supporting it?
Sure.
I mean, I didn't answer the
He didn't actually. The Liberal Party's voluntarily making public these